If you watched Nickelodeon in the early 2020s, then you probably remember Side Hustle. The show followed a group of friends who took on one outrageous job after another, leading to some of the funniest and most chaotic moments of the show. It had a lovable cast, a unique premise, and quickly built a loyal fan base. But after only 2 seasons, the show suddenly came to an end, leaving many fans wondering what happened. So today, we're looking back at everything that made Side Hustle such a fun show to watch, breaking down its unforgettable characters and talking about why it never got a 3rd season. Side Hustle first premiered on Nickelodeon in 2020 and introduced viewers to best friends Presley and Lex. Right away, the series kicks off with a major problem, when the girls accidentally destroy a boat and suddenly owe a huge amount of money. Instead of giving up, they decide they'll earn money themselves by taking on every odd job they can find. From that moment on, almost every episode follows the group trying a brand new side hustle, and because every job is different, the show always had an excuse to throw its characters into completely unpredictable situations. That simple idea was one of the show's biggest strengths. Unlike a lot of sitcoms that mainly take place in the same locations, Side Hustle constantly changed things up. One episode might have the group trying to impress a client, while the next would have them dealing with Fisher's newest inventions or cleaning up another mess that spiraled way out of control. Even though the goal of paying off the debt stayed the same, the journey was always different, which helped keep the show feeling fresh from episode to episode. At the center of the series was Presley, played by Jaden Bartels. Presley is confident, determined, and usually isn't afraid to take charge when things start going wrong. She's the type of friend who's willing to stand up for the people she cares about, even if it means putting herself in a difficult situation. While she doesn't always make perfect decisions, she usually has good intentions, and that's part of what makes her such a likable main character. Throughout the series, Presley grows while still keeping the fearless personality that makes her stand out. Then there's Lex, played by Jules LeBlanc. Lex is Presley's best friend, and together they're practically inseparable. Compared to Presley, Lex is often more cautious and thinks things through before jumping into a situation. She's intelligent, caring, and usually tries to find the smartest solution whenever the group gets in trouble. Even though she has a calmer personality, she's just as willing to help her friends, and that's one of the reasons Presley and Lex work so well together. Their friendship feels genuine, and it's easily one of the strongest parts of the entire series. Presley and Lex balance each other out perfectly. Whenever one of them comes up with an idea, the other usually looks at it from a completely different perspective. Sometimes Presley encourages Lex to take more risks, while other times Lex helps Presley slow down and think before acting. Instead of feeling like 2 copies of the same character, they each bring something unique to the group, and their natural chemistry is a huge reason why it feels so good, whether they're arguing, joking around, or trying to solve an impossible problem. One thing that helped Side Hustle stand out was that it never felt repetitive. Sure, every episode followed the same basic idea of the group taking on another job to earn money, but the writers always found a way to make each side hustle feel different. Whether the job seemed simple or completely ridiculous, something always went wrong before the episode was over. That unpredictability kept viewers coming back because you genuinely never knew what kind of situation the group would end up in next. While the comedy was obviously a huge part of the show, the friendship between the characters were just as important. Presley and Lex always had each other's backs, even when they disagreed. Their conversations felt natural, and instead of constantly arguing for drama, they acted like real best friends who trusted each other no matter what. That friendship became the heart of the series and gave viewers someone to root for every week. Then there was Munchy. He brought an entirely different energy to the group. He wasn't the type of character who carefully thought everything through before acting. Instead, he usually embraced whatever crazy situations the others found themselves in. His unpredictable personality often led to some of the funniest reactions in the show, because he could turn an already ridiculous moment into something even more over the top. Whether he was helping with a side hustle or simply reacting to the chaos around him, Munchy was almost guaranteed to make the scene funnier. Then there's Fisher, who was Presley's younger brother. He became a fan favorite because of how unique he was compared to everyone else. As the youngest member of the main cast, he was incredibly intelligent and constantly experimenting with new technology. He looked at problems differently than everyone else, often believing science could solve almost everything. His inventions didn't just provide laughs, they also gave the writers creative ways to move each episode forward in unexpected directions. Something fans also noticed throughout the series was Fisher's crush on Lex. It became one of the show's recurring storylines, with Fisher often trying to impress her in his own but awkward, genuine way. Rather taking over the entire show, it stayed as a lighthearted running gag that added another layer to Fisher's character. Even when his plans didn't work out, his determination usually led to some funny moments that long-term viewers still remember. Another reason the cast worked so well together was because every character filled a different role. Presley was confident and willing to take charge, Lex often approached problems with a calmer mindset, Munchy supplied nonstop energy and unpredictable humor, and Fisher brought intelligence and invention to almost every situation. And because nobody felt like a copy of someone else, the group had great chemistry whenever they shared the screen. Even though Jagged wasn't a part of the group's adventures, he still became one of the show's most recognizable recurring characters. His loud personality and no-nonsense attitude usually created tension whenever he appeared, especially since he wasn't interested in listening to excuses. His interactions with the others often led to hilarious exchanges, and fans quickly learned that if Jagged showed up, someone probably was about to have a very bad day. Looking back, one of the biggest strengths of Side Hustle was its pacing. The episodes moved quickly, rarely slowing down very long before another joke, misunderstanding, or unexpected problem popping up. That fast pace fit perfectly with Nickelodeon's style of comedy and helped keep younger audiences engaged from beginning to end. Even when the stories became completely unrealistic, the show fully embraced that style instead of trying to be grounded. The cast's chemistry also deserves a lot of credit for the show's success. It never felt like the actors were forcing their friendships just because the script told them to. Jaden Bartels, Jewel LeBlanc, Isaiah Cruz, and Mitchell Berg all played off each other naturally, making the conversations and reactions feel believable. That chemistry made it easier for viewers to become invested in the characters instead of only watching for the jokes. By the end of its first season, Side Hustle built a loyal audience that enjoyed its mix of comedy, friendship, and unpredictable adventures. It wasn't trying to be a serious drama or an action series. It knew exactly what it wanted to be. For many fans, it was simply a fun show to relax and laugh with after school. Unfortunately, despite that loyal fan base, the series would eventually face a challenge that many Nickelodeon shows have faced before, and that challenge would ultimately raise questions about whether the show would return for another season. When Side Hustle returned for its second season, fans were excited to see the gang back together for another round of bizarre jobs and hilarious adventures. The show's formula hadn't changed, and that's exactly what many viewers liked about it. Presley, Lex, Munchy, and Fisher still found themselves dealing with outrageous situations, and the comedy that made the first season enjoyable was still front and center. For longtime fans, Season 2 felt like a continuation of everything that had worked before. As the second season went on, the characters continued to grow without losing the personalities that made them so entertaining. Presley remained confident and determined, Lex continued to be the thoughtful voice of reason, Munchy delivered plenty of unpredictable laughs, and Fisher kept surprising everyone with his intelligent inventions. And rather than completely changing the characters, the writers focused on strengthening the friendships that had become the heart of the show. One thing that fans appreciated was that Side Hustle never forgot it was supposed to be fun. The series didn't take itself too seriously, and that worked in its favor. Every episode was packed with visual comedy, exaggerated situations, and fast-paced jokes that matched the classic Nickelodeon style. Even when the stories became completely unbelievable, the cast committed to every moment, making the chaos feel entertaining instead of confusing. And online, the show built a loyal community of viewers who often shared their favorite moments from episodes. Many fans praised the chemistry between the cast, especially the friendship between Presley and Lex, while others enjoyed Fisher's inventions or Munchy's unpredictable personality. Although Side Hustle may not have become one of Nickelodeon's biggest shows, it definitely found an audience that genuinely enjoyed watching it. Despite having a loyal fan base, one challenge that the series faced was attracting a larger audience. Publicly available television ratings shows that viewership genuinely declined over the years of the show's run. That's not unusual for a television series, but it did lead some fans to wonder whether the numbers were strong enough for Nickelodeon to continue investing in another season. It's important to note that Nickelodeon never officially said ratings were the reason for the cancellation, but many fans have pointed to the declining viewership as a likely factor. Then came the news that disappointed a lot of viewers. After 2 seasons and 46 episodes, Side Hustle was not renewed for a 3rd season. There wasn't a major televised announcement or a dramatic farewell special. Instead, fans gradually learned that the series had come to an end, and many were surprised because they had expected the story to continue. One reason why the cancellation caught people off guard was because the show still felt like it had more stories to tell. The friendships between the characters were still strong. The side hustle concept could still easily have continued with brand new jobs, and nothing about the series suggested it had completely run out of ideas. Because of that, many fans believed there was still plenty of potential left for another season. Since Nickelodeon never released a detailed explanation for ending the show, plenty of theories began circulating online. Some people believed the declining ratings played the biggest role, while others thought the network had simply decided to move in a different direction. Without an official statement explaining the decision, those ideas have remained speculation. What we do know is that the series ended after 2 seasons, and no 3rd season was ever announced. Looking back now, Side Hustle feels like one of those Nickelodeon shows that ended before many fans were ready to say goodbye. It delivered 2 seasons filled with comedy, memorable characters, and a unique premise that helped it stand out. While its run may have been shorter than many fans hoped, the series still left behind plenty of moments that people continue to remember years after its final episode. After the show ended, the cast members continued working on their own projects. Jaden Bartels kept acting while also focusing on music and creating content online. Jules LeBlanc continued her acting career and remained active on social media, where she already had a massive following. Isaiah Cruz continued acting as well, and Mitchell Berg also pursued acting opportunities. Although the cast moved on to different projects, many fans still associate them with the characters they played on the Side Hustle. As for whether Side Hustle could ever return, nothing has been officially announced. Nickelodeon has never revealed any plans for a revival. That doesn't necessarily mean it could never happen, but as of now, there simply isn't any confirmed information suggesting the series will be coming back. Side Hustle may not have become one of Nickelodeon's longest running sitcoms, but it definitely carved out its own place in the network's history. From Presley and Lex's unforgettable friendship to Munchy's hilarious antics and Fisher's inventions, the show delivered exactly what it promised, a fun, energetic comedy that didn't take itself too seriously. Even though the final episode has already came and gone, many fans still believe the gang deserved one more season.